Welcome to the Kaw Valley State Bank postgame show. I'm your host, Jack Denebeim, and I'm here with Cardinal soccer players Kaden, Kerr, and Isaac Winder after the team's 2-1 overtime win over Topeka Hayden. Guys, how do you feel after tonight's exciting win?
Pretty excited. You know, it was a crazy game and well built up, so it was nice.
It was a well thought out game by the coaches. We executed it for the most part. We messed up our touches a little bit, but came through with the win.
And Isaac, you scored the golden goal there in overtime. Take me through what you saw in that play.
It was a pretty straightforward, simple play. I mean, I saw the gap, I got into it, ball came in just perfectly. It was a nice little tap in, nothing too fancy, you know.
And Kaden, you scored the game-tying goal at the very late in regulation there from the corner. Tell me what you saw in that play.
I just was trying to hit the guy on the back post, Braden Hayes, and it happened to curl a little bit more and gave the team a little bit of momentum to finish it off. And yeah,
it was a pretty frustrating night for you guys offensively, especially there in the first half. What changed at halftime? And just talk to me about the frustrations you guys faced.
We really came together as a team. In the first half, we were progressively going against each other almost, trying to do our own thing. And we realized at halftime that the team is the team. And so the only way we're going to win is together.
Like Isaac said, we try to be like individuals and not play as a team. But in the second half, we came together as a team and worked together more to connect passes and get the goals.
After halftime, the physicality and aggression turned up for you guys as well. What do you guys think about that, and what changed for you guys?
I think with the growing level of intensity and seriousness within the game, we grew to match the level or surpass the level of the team we were just going against. And so part of soccer is just having to kick it into high gear. And, yeah, that's just part of it.
In the first half, both teams were physical, but they were a little bit more physical, to be honest. We didn't really want it in the first half. But second half, after the meeting, we came together and started to be more physical.
Mm-hmm, for sure. You guys took down an undefeated team tonight in Topeka Hayden. Does that add a little extra to the victory tonight, or does it not mean much?
You know, every team's undefeated until they lose, so I take it with a grain of salt and looking forward to Thursday.
We're really just setting the tone for the rest of the season.
Yeah. You guys play Tonganoxie on Thursday. Do you have any early thoughts on that game?
I'm looking forward to it. The ending of last year, we played them in the regional championship and double overtime. So it was a pretty intense game, and I expect the same to come on Thursday.
It's going to be a tough team. We know what they have. They lost a few guys, but they're still going to be pretty good and a tough challenge.
For sure. All right, that's all the questions I got for you guys. Thank you. This is the Kaw Valley State Bank postgame show. Kaw Valley State Bank, Eudora's community bank since 1899. I'm Jack Denebeim, reporting for the Eudora Times. Welcome back to the Kaw Valley State Bank postgame show. I'm your host, Jack Denebeim, and I'm here with Cardinals soccer coach Darren Erpelding. And, Coach, how do you feel after tonight's exciting win?
Good. Man, it was an exciting game. It was fun. The boys played their tails off. It was a night that we didn't have our best stuff. We were just off in our passing and our touch and things like that, but we talk all the time at the 4A level especially. If you bring your energy and you bring excitement and you bring really good effort and intensity, there's games that you don't play great and you can still come away with the win, and that was a perfect example tonight.
Mm-hmm, for sure. Isaac scored the game winner there in overtime. Yep. What was kind of your reaction to that goal?
I was excited. I didn't jump around or anything like that. Doing this 21 years, you kind of been around seeing it all happen. So I was happy for him to put one, because honestly, Isaac didn't have one of his best games. His touch was just off tonight, and he just not like he normally plays. And so for him to put it away, just kind of overcome all of that and then put the ball away, was awesome.
It was a frustrating night for you guys offensively, yes, especially in the first half, but really overall. Yep. What kind of changed at halftime, and what are kind of your thoughts on tonight's struggles on offense?
I keep asking the guys to play through our center forward, and once we finally did that a little bit towards the end of the second half and into the overtime, all of a sudden, lo and behold, we start creating a lot more chances, and because when the 9 gets the ball, those 2 center backs collapse and it opens everything else up. Once we did that, we start creating chances and got some shots off, got some corners, got some long throws. So it's amazing when they actually do what we ask them to do.
Exactly. The physicality and aggression also turned up after halftime. What'd you kind of tell the team at halftime to make that happen?
Honestly, we didn't really say anything. We just challenged them to go win every 50-50, and sometimes that becomes a little more physical game. And Hayden, the schedule they play in the league that they're in, it was all 5 and 6A, so they have to play a more physical game. And they're like me age. They're the same way. They got to play a more physical game, and if you don't match that physicality, you're going to get beat. And in the first half, they had, I don't know how many corners and long throws where our marking was awful. It was terrible. And it got better in the second half. So just making those little adjustments and just having the will to go do that and go win balls out of the air.
You guys took down an undefeated team tonight in Topeka Hayden. Does that add a little extra to the victory, or since it's so early in the season, not really?
Yeah, they're undefeated. If you ask them, they probably say they haven't played. They beat Topeka High, which is a tough side, but a couple of games that they won, they weren't probably the toughest teams. So, yeah, it's nice to knock them off for sure, because they're always Klaus does such a great job with his kids. They're always so well organized, as you could see tonight. So, yeah, it was nice to get that win and get it on our home field because we want to protect our home field.
You guys played Tonganoxie on Thursday, rivalry game there. Do you have any early thoughts on that game?
The guys will be excited. It shouldn't take much to get up for them. Us and Tongi become a little bit of a rivalry, and John over there, Coach Orndorff, he does such a fantastic job with his kids, and playing them all summer, in 8v8, they've really got to know each other pretty good, the guys have. So, and it seems like we play them every year in the playoffs, and it's always a tight game, So, yeah, we'll be excited. They're going to be excited. It'll be a fun one. It should be a fun one.
For sure. I'm excited to watch it. Yeah. That's all the questions I got for you, Coach. Okay. Thank you. This is the Kaw Valley State Bank postgame show. Kaw Valley State Bank, Eudora's community bank since 1899. I'm Jack Denebeim, reporting for the Eudora Times.